Hello everyone, let's take a look at the market 12th of January and let's see what is happening. Now Trump had a little chit chat yesterday and beyond that the dollar lost some value. Now we've got Yellen coming up today and that's going to be around, let's say, I think it's around 10 p.m. GMT, worthwhile checking that out. She's talking at a weird hour, but what can you do? It's not her normal talking hours. So after Yellen talks, we're going to see what happens, but possibly we might see. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Wow, got a lot of lines out there. As you can see, we've got a lot of things here, which I should just clean out. Okay. Now the euro dollar boosted up after Trump's talk yesterday, which changes the game now and possibly directing us to a new change in trend. Okay, so I do believe now if we make this a daily, alright, as you can see, pretty much this downwards motion now is now facing a new upwards trend. Alright, so the market's now possibly going to start going. It's the beginning of a new uptrend, and we might see the market coming all the way up to this 1.1190 area, even possibly, let's see, maybe it might even be higher if I hold it there. So we might be going all the way back up to this level, which is 1220. Okay, so that might really happen. And so remember guys, that DAX move before the up break a few weeks ago, before that huge DAX up move happened, we had a similar situation here as well. Okay, so we can now expect something big with the euro dollar as the market pulls back just to keep going long until we reach those upper targets. And you can see those targets are going to be around here. That's going to be that 1.0850 region. That's going to be one target, that's for sure. We're going to have this 1.0740 region there, and what we're going to do is going to have that there. In fact, let's tighten them up a little bit. So we might see the euro. Let's make a plan. Since we have a change in direction, now what we need to do is a game plan, and there we can set those targets up. So let's go back to our 4-hour chart. What we need to now do is watch where our trend lines are. Get rid of that now, that's no longer relevant for us. On the pullbacks, we'll be buying in order to go long. Alright, so that's the attitude we're going to be having in the market today. And once that happens, all the pullbacks are going to be viable to go long unless this trend line here breaks down. Then we'll have a continuation of this sideways channel. Alright, that and also that. Alright, so this, if it doesn't break above there, we'll maybe continue with this side trend. If it breaks below there, you got target there. If it breaks above there on all the pullbacks, we're just going to go long. Alright, so that's the strategy for the euro dollar. What's going to happen with the dollar franc? It's going to be the opposite motion, as you know. Now let's make this a daily, see where we're at. Now as you can see, the market is now going to be pulling back. Where to? Let's see, there we go. First of all, let's throw in a Fibonacci. So the market's viable good pullback levels are going to be there. Let's see what we've got here. Yep, that's good level too. As you can see, resistance levels there. So the market will be coming back to around these levels with the dollar franc. Okay, and that's fine. Let's move that to a 4-hour chart. So on the pullbacks, we'll be heading south. And that's where it is. In fact, let's do this. You can do, because it's a big range, you can just do a channel in there. There you go. Market pulls back, you short. Where to short? Well, let's see what we can do with our technicals. Where to short? looks like a nice area. That's one level to short at. If it pulls back that far, that is, I don't think it's going to come back that far, that's for sure. This is what we might see. If the market kind of kisses this line around here, then you're looking at your first level of sell here. The second option is a bit closer, and that's going to be from here to there. So if the market pulls back to this line, you can short. So first level to short, second level to short, and the third level to short is going to be this blue line here. So every time the market kind of pulls back, you want to be shorting to push it down and down to get back to those levels that we assigned for. Alright, let's take a look at the pound. Nice. Some people just gotta love Trump, because when he talks, markets move, and that's what we like. So here, let's see what we've got. Pound dollar. Draw a few lines. Looks like a good target there, 1.25 region. Okay, so we could see the pound going sideways up to about 1.25. That wouldn't be such a bad trade at all. We're looking at around 200 points, and that's fine. Alright, so there we're at. What you might want to do here first is watch this resistance level here. We'll have a bit of a pullback. What's that? Let me see. 2330 region. From there, a bit of a pullback would be in order. Let's calculate a pullback from there. And that's going to be around there. So I'll pull back to about 2201. Not far-fetched. If it pulls back around there, that's going to be a good level to buy again in order to go long. Now get rid of that. In fact, that's right. So 22 level looks like a good level if it pulls back to go long again. Alright. Next week we'll see how that happens. I think this week and possibly next week on Monday we'll have a bit of a pullback before the market just keeps pushing up with this trend. Dollar Canadian now. Dollar Canadian, just the daily. Now we've got this breakdown. This is a new situation for us. Okay, so the triangle kind of broke down. This means that this is going to go down a long way. Why? Because that's a triangle. And what we're going to do, let's see, from here to here, 500 points. So from there, 31. No. We'll be seeing it back around 26. Oh my goodness, we might come all the way down here. Alright, so that's going to be your target on the dollar Canadian. Okay, nice little area to come back to. This is a daily chart, so make sure that you're following your 4-hour chart, because where you want to start selling is going to be pulling up and then pushing down. Okay, there we go. So whenever the market kind of pulls back, you want to keep shorting it. That's a good line to come back to. If it does come back to next week, I think we'll have a bit of a pullback in order to come back there. I think that's going to happen simply because this is a breakout. The market will want to test that, so you're going to be wanting to sell. Okay, either here or around this line here, in this range here. Okay, market like this 4-hour, like next week, pulls its head back up. That's the place to be shorting it again. Alright, what you got with the Aussie dollar is, whoa, there you go, it's just huge. and that huge up move. As we had this Aussie dollar up kind of intervention with the videos last week, I was saying this is that kind of moving up, and as you can see, it's just breaking out every level. That's great. Aussie dollar does some great trends, so the moment this thing starts to go, it's just a whopper. Another whopping trend. So that's going to be the resistance there. 75, 76 is on the cards before a pullback. And let's see what your pullback is. Imagine it'll go there. This is the daily. So that's where we're going to go, but let's take a look at the 4 hour to see if we can pull back. Whew. Tricky. Okay, we'll have to make a trend line here. Alright, so if the market pulls back there and there, so that region, let's say the market kind of pulled back to around here, this is where you want to be buying. Alright, that's how you're going to do it, and then push it up towards in that direction. So I think this up move, like I said, new trends are happening. Let's take a look at gold. Well, Andrew gave you the spill on the gold on Friday. It's a good thing he did. And yesterday I did mention, yesterday I just mentioned, and it's a good thing Andrew gave you guys the gold spill on Friday. Okay, and that's where the gold's heading. Now, on the also in the video the other day, I did mention this triangle here. If it breaks out, good to go. As you can see, the market's just following that line. So we've got room to go up with the gold. And if you missed out on Andrew's comments, just check out the video we put on last Friday on the Facebook page, and I'll give you a bit of an insight there. Let's take a look at Brent. Brent is in a sideways channel over here, and within that sideways channel, we'll see how it's working out. As you can see, this is the support area here, and support and resistance is going to be around there. Okay, so there's your support, there's your resistance. This is no man's land. Just be careful here because it's in the middle of the channel, so it's going to get choppy around here. Best thing is not to muck around with it. Heads up, short, heads down, buy, and keep an eye out on for any news that comes out from the OPEC. This is DAX. We're at the top of the channel. I did say this area was a resistance area, and now if it pulls back down, that wouldn't be a surprise, but you know, that's what we mentioned, that level ages ago. Remember, this is the breakout I was talking about. Now we've got a similar situation with the euro dollar, and see how that shot up, so we might see the euro dollar really heading up there. Alright, so that doesn't look too bad at all. On the DAX now, we can expect the pullback, and after that pullback, I think we might see all the way up here and make a double kind of top around here. Okay, so just be mindful on that. Let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow hasn't moved much. It's a daily chart, as you can see. Okay, this is a daily chart. Let's move to a 4 hour. Resistance level up there, and as you can see, the market's kind of shorting. That's the triple top there, so it's not a wonder that they're shorting as the market pushes it further. Now that's your range. What's going to determine a change in the trend is going to be a breakdown from this level. In fact, let's make it a range from here to here. That's going to be support, right? If it breaks down below this range, then we'll know that on the pullback, just keep selling and sending it south. Now a breakdown from this level is going to put us down to about there. Okay, so the market will probably come back down to about 19,500 if we break below that level, so that wouldn't be a bad trade at all. In the meantime, would you want to sell? I think selling at the tops on the pullbacks is not a bad idea at all. As the market pulls back, just keep pushing it down. Alright, I hope that helps. Watch out for Yellen's news today. Depending on wherever you are, check your time zone because she's not speaking at a regular hour. All the best, and keep an eye out for our Friday video tomorrow. We'll be doing that again with Andrew. He'll give you an update on the gold as usual and the pound. Have a great day.